minutes again? Well, Aaron Neesmith with 3 fouls already. Damn.
We're hurtling to earth at 1 billion miles an hour. I don't know how we're breathing up here, but we managed.
We managed to have a boxing match.
Since Armor King got revealed, how common do we think he's going to be in tournaments? Extremely uncommon. Unless he's just like undisputed top 1 super broken. The only person you'll ever see really playing him is J2CR.
That's Steve's favorite move. He just daily back one on counter hit. And
that's all I think.
Hey, Nobi brought out the Steve. Hell yeah.
Punch. Let's keep going.
Down too nice. Gets the yeet. No break.
Family rivalry as we speak just goes for the activation. But
Armor King is a popular character like casually, but like you don't really see him in bracket that much.
Trying to step on him, not in there. And remember, this is a mother-son match.
Yes, that is true. Settle it on Earth. No, we're hurling towards Earth. Arzen Ash now gaining the gray health back. Oh, evil missed, but Nobi's still leading the charge in terms of life.
Trying to go for that rocket punch near the wall. He knows he's just in that wall splat distance. A nice orbital slap.
Oh my god.
That's orbital slap.
Able to actually turn things around with a significant life lead. Arzen Ash always has that Uno reverse card in his pocket. You cannot breathe easy unless someone calls that you have won that round if you're up against Arzen Ash.
Amazing work.
Have such a hard time against Steve. You too?
So Nobi was very commanding at the start of that. Hassan was just able to bring it back, got his number, and dialed it.
Courtesy of that back one, gotta work. Watch out for the Lionheart stance mix-ups here.
All right, down forward one, the Arslan Nina special. All right, Nobi trying to find his opportunity, but once again, he's trying to back up. He against Nina, as we mentioned in the previous set, against Nina, you want to back up a bit, but gets launched for his trouble.
Yeah, so let's see how Steve's approach tools will play into factor of Nobi's game plan here. But now, this is the wheelhouse you want to be in if you're Nina, right? Push against the wall. Oh, gets the guard break. Gets the 2-hit. No 10 count punish there for Nobi. Just dashes in with some dirty boxing.
Goes for the dirty smash and went for it again. Oh, and got a side switch. Won't be dead here, I don't believe. Actually, no, I don't want to say that.
Yeah, I don't say that.
Withdrawn.
Yeah,
okay, just in case.
Okay.
Gets off the low kick.
Oh,
nice.
My goodness. Catches him dashing in. Second time we saw a Rage Art here. Floor is lava. Let's see how Nobi has
Floor is in
been
fact lava.
Exchanges round start, but Arzen Ash just finds a way to get back in the match.
The extended duck options there. Arslan and eating any. Alright, the tables have turned.
Ooh,
so huge uppercut.
very nice.
There are ways to spin around at that time, but he was not ready for
Wall,
it.
he burst
Able
up.
to get the floor explosion here.
Blam.
Machine gun punches at the corner, but 1-1-2s. Oh, nice interrupt by Arzen Ash.
That was very
Nobi on the board.
He just did the first hit, knowing most
Took it
likely
to round
Arslan's
4.
not going to be considering the second not coming. Went for the immediate punish and got to take advantage of it.
Round start Lionheart here. Gonna see some stiletto heals. Jab interrupts from downtown, but Arzen Ash, blonde bomb just to push for the center.
Ooh. He held that. Tying her shoelaces.
Oh my god, Tyrese Halliburton!
Now
The fast break dunk?
I mean, the offensive.
I ain't think he was gonna go up and yam that shit like that. What the fuck?
Nobi's gonna play with his heat.
Sheesh.
So excellent combo, excellent wall splat. Still got that heat. Goes for the massage at the end.
God. Oh my goodness.
That's gonna cost him.
Oh wow.
Nobi tying things up, 2 rounds apiece. Final round.
A lot of offense for Nobi to turn things around, folks. That's the Fox 5 special.
No matter how nice launch there. No matter how good you are, sometimes when there's a million things flying at you at once, you're gonna spring king at the most inopportune time, no matter how good you are.
A beat down punch for the follow-up here. Goes for another downtown punch, but Arzen Ash trying to fight his way back in this matchup.
A little bit of a trade going for that low, trying to build up that steam. Now,
Oh my god, and then Tyrese with the block on OG on Nobi. Yo, Tyrese is out there hooping his ass off right now. Doing it on both ends. And Nobi takes the first game over Arslan Ash. We've seen this so often though. I feel like we see it all the time. Arslan lose the first game and then fucking destroy the next 2 games. You seen that block? Yo, he got there quick, fast, in a hurry. Said, get that bullshit out of here.
And then he turns things around. Heading to Urban Square, folks. Let's see the adjustments made on both sides.
Let's get it going now. Again, I think Nobi's doing an amazing job. And with the tool set of Steve, he's also got the Steve back tempo, right?
Yeah.
You can go back, go into Lionheart, and just wait for a second. Now that I think is having to be played in a way where Arslan needs to take more risk coming in, where Nobi has the ability to jump back and cover that distance in a better way.
Yeah, I think that can make you second guess your offense, especially Nina, right? You kind of want, like you pointed out, you want to play in that telephone booth range. You want to keep things like that, but the back one on the approach is going to stop Arslan Ash in his tracks.
And activates that heat. Good combo here. Looking like a... Oh, this is going to hurt.
Oh no, he went peekaboo, but he didn't do anything with it. Ducks, but able to get the heat smash corner advantage as well.
Tyrese future superstar?
Could take it, and the
yeah,
delay.
Maybe.
Excellent work.
Wow, Nobi looking real strong here. Arslan Ash trying to find an answer to the Steve Fox.
Rocket punch trying
nice.
to spin on him.
No.
Gets,
and a good step by Arslan, gets the back and the launch and the readjustment. Oh my god.
Excellent combo by Arslan Ash, fighting
very
for the center
nice.
of the
Into
stage
heat
and also
burst.
activates as well.
A little bit extra. With the guns and the slide-oo. And just like that, he's taking complete control of this round after Nobi got off to a strong start.
Arslan slide.
Yep, there's that relentless pace we're so used to seeing by Arslan Ash. All gas, no brakes, but able to you got to double tap, right? You got to double, yeah. The guns didn't have that much ammo. All right, I'm gonna finish the job here, get that round number 2.
Starts off with the low there from...
How old is Halle again? Is he under 25? I think Halliburton is exactly 25.
Keep him out with the back one. Arslan doing a great job coming in now, using grabs a bit more.
True. Okay, we get the engage. We try to push for the wall here, but nice down jab.
Yeah, Tyrese is 25. He just turned 25 a couple months ago.
A bit flustered and just a bit pressured. He's going more for down jabs to try and stop the momentum Nobi's building. Yeah,
and also taking a risk was that with that wipe the floor, we did see how Nobi was able to duck a lot of the options here. But we're gonna shoot the guns, show it's a gun show, and now High Splat gonna try to finish it off.
Excellent work. 2 rounds to 1. Arslan figuring a few things out, slowly bringing this one back. And again, jumps back, wants to cover the distance in case Arslan is going to commit to something big. He can get a huge one.
Draft class 17. No, Tyrese was in the 2020 draft class. So that's Anthony Edwards, that's LaMelo.
Great start for Nobi.
That's James Wiseman. I think that's also Desmond Bain.
Dirty smash. Into that punch. Nice. The Sonic Fang gets power.
Tyrese Maxey also in that draft class.
Goes for another Sonic Fang just to keep it going. Did he press? Oh, wow. Goes for the punish, and now Nobi 1 round away from moving on in this tournament.
Arslan's going to need to make something happen here. He's 1 round away from getting eliminated here. Bam, 15.
Oh, he dropped it though, but it doesn't matter. Gets the heat engager. Watch them ankles. Peekaboo.
Control here, but Arslan Ash though fighting for that control.
Goes that albatross into the guard break. Again, trying to lay it all out right now. Uses
Forgot Ant was in the same class as Melo. Yeah, LaMelo actually beat him for Rookie of the Year.
Again, Arslan was lying in wait for an excellent punish.
Obi Toppin and Killian was in that class too. Yeah, because the Knicks drafted Obi Toppin. What was it, like pick like 5 or 6? And then Killian Hayes was drafted. Was it Detroit with pick 7, something like that?
He doesn't want to eat too much here. Slowly trying to wait for an opportunity, but Arslan chipping away slowly, 1 hit at a time. Death of 1,000 by 1,000 cuts. Running 2, looking for those plus frames into the guard break.
Okay, continue on final seconds. Nice escape. Nobi has rage to work with to try to slow down the clock. Arslan Ash could just keep
doesn't have enough time. Doesn't have enough time. Doesn't have enough time.
Open him up, but it's not gonna be it. No.
Damn, timer scam.
Ash gets game number 2.
Crowd was feeling that one. I could hear through their headphones. Oh, that was close. You could argue, okay, if he
was
hit
pick
that
5.
a little bit earlier, it might have worked out a bit better, but it's like he tried what he could, and Arslan was doing his best to just space away. So some of those hits, if he went for a heavier hit that might have done more damage, it might have whiffed and it would have been over anyway. So he did what he could. Now we got Keisuke up on stage, helping him out. You love to see different teams helping each other out from the same nation.
Yeah, I think... Oh, actually, still sticking with the Steve. I thought he was going to give him his
it's going pretty good. How you doing, LBC?
Pretty good. I heard he's pretty good. Don't take it from me. But we're going to the arena, not the underground arena. Still a compact stage here. I'd say Arslan Ash had most of the advantage keeping Steve at the wall, but look at that duck to the wild man punish.
That was a clean one. He's seen that streak
Fast break
before.
game killing the Knicks. That's what the Pacers do.
Like dashing his face, ducking there. Oh, evades the...
Pacers got like, what was it, like 14, 16 points off turnovers. They getting out in transition and getting easy buckets.
Flips over, activates heat. What's he got in store for Arslan? He goes to the low jab.
Jarris Walker with the hustle, offensive rebound. Nemhard for 3. I was so ready to say bang.
Goes for the heat smash. What's he gonna do for the follow-up?
Nice duck, but didn't quite get the punish.
Ash has rage.
Break on the throw by
Excellent
Arslan.
work there by Nobi. He's got a big help.
Oh my god, big counter hit.
Arslan gets a big, heavy
Gonna get
low
the wall
counter hit
here
launcher.
very easily.
Should be a hefty
83
amount there.
damage, and just like that, Arslan in control.
Either player's
Wipe
going
the
for another
floor,
one,
GG.
and the follow-up to close it out. Arslan in the lead.
These wipe the floors have been adding up here. That has been paying him dividends here. But Nobi gaining a huge launch
You want
here.
the Pacers to win? Yeah, but I'm not mad if the Knicks lose. I just like the Pacers a little bit more.
Ooh, we switched sides, but Arslan couldn't get anything out of it.
I just think they're a little bit more fun to
escape by
watch.
the counter hit grab by Arslan Ash.
All right, down forward one, they're coming out, but Nobi doing a great job of stepping and weaving. Very agile, as we said. Steve has so many evasive options, and that is working
Ooh.
with Arslan's Nina at the moment.
Break the glass.
One round
Nobi
apiece.
able to break through. We tied things up in terms of round, really back and forth here at losers quarterfinal.
The counter hit low at the start. He backed up, went for the approach, odd timing. Arslan caught him, and now he's going to get a hefty.
Yo, Oko, thank you for the 49, homie. Welcome back, Greatly appreciate that.
Everything is ordinary.
Oh, they're going to
Saji bait.
True. Let's see how they're going to open each other up. Here's some DF1 series, able to shoot the guns as well. No heat round, Brown Man.
You don't see that string too often. I think he saves it, but here we go, activating that heat. A little bit of health. He needs to make something happen. But the
Arslan dominating that
The
round.
rising option, Arslan Ash, turning things around. Set point on his side. Nobi's got to act and act quick if he wants to stay alive here in the tournament.
All right, both spacing each other out. Albatross
He
starting
engaged for
Nobi's
Nobi.
offense in this round. Again, he cannot afford to lose this one. He's going to have to take it. What's he got in store for Arslan?
Grabs get whiffed here. We're shooting
Damn
the
that
guns
chip,
here.
bro.
Spending all of the heat on Nobi's side. Arslan's actually going to expire in heat as well. Can we push forward?
Oh, floated him.
For the Superman punch, but Arslan
Gets the
Ash
conversion.
interrupted.
No heat
Float.
though for the
It's gonna be a
extension.
decent amount of damage and decent Oki there. Tried to catch him with the mid. Now Arslan trying to push him back to the wall with his classic down forward one strings and pulling out the lows and the homings in between.
Oh my goodness.
Oos.
Able to get that
Mix him.
shoulder. Got to keep him against the wall here. But Arslan
Good break
goes
when I
for
was
the
back
throw
to the
escape
wall.
here for them to switch sides.
Counter hit.
Excellent
Hold on.
work on the
Ankles.
ice. It got a low to close that part out there.
Nice block.
Rage, one more hit could do it, and then trade.
Let's go Nobi-san. Hold on.
Incredible stuff. That'll really leave everything on the line, but a big back one for Nobi to start off this final round.
And gets the wall. A nice health lead.
Let's
Goes
go,
for the
Nobi.
Smash, foot stomp. Goes for the shoulder into the overhead. That is safe. Goes for the big sweep commitment there.
Good break.
Those wipe the floors have been working out. They both
They trade heat bursts, but Nobi's wins. Counting on both sides.
Later on, but now the
What a low parry. I see you, Arslan.
Carrying him towards the corner.
This could be anyone's game. Very similar on
The toe kick whiffed. Oh my god, is he dead? That might have just cost him the game. It's a heat dash extension. Followed up. He lived. Didn't matter. Wow. Insane clutch.
By the skin of his teeth. That toe kick will be haunting Nobi.
I would say that toe kick about to haunt Nobi for the rest of the tournament. For the next week.
Again, it just comes down to the minute details. What a
They're gonna wake up in a
back-and-forth
cold sweat
battle.
over that one.
We were playing with a lot of approaches, a lot of ducks, a lot of sidewalks. But at the end of the day, when it came down to it, it was a toe tap that changed things for Arslan Ash to continue on in this tournament.
Like, I hate it when I stub my toe, but that one's
I mean, yeah. He was wishing he'd stub his toe, right? But the walk on Arslan Ash.
I can just imagine the mind of Arslan Ash when that moment happened. It was probably such a moment of relief when he saw that whiff, unexpected. I know he walked for it, but I don't think he was expecting that toe tap, maybe a spring kick. And if it probably wasn't expecting Nobi to be willing to do a spring kick in that situation,
right?
Just in case, walked and looked for some Oki, but that was a big commitment, and it took us, but there we go. Arslan Ash moving forward, and we'll be versing the winner of Chikarin versus Rangchu.
Waiting at the wings and winners finals, we have Ulsan versus Farzine, so that's something to look forward to, ladies and gentlemen. But we got to settle things over here at the loser side with Chikarin versus
All right, Chikarin versus Rangchu. Prediction is up in the Twitch chat.
Clive Bear, what do you think?
Maybe. I mean, the Lydia's been coming out here and there.
Right.
I don't know if
It was good,
Chikarin
Necro.
has perhaps some sort of pocket pick for Rangchu. He does have that for certain characters sometimes, certain players sometimes. But you know, the classic matchup at the moment would probably be, as you mentioned, Clive and Bear. One of the Bears.
One of the Bears.
One of the Bears.
The Bears. We shall see which bear that he will be using, because he started with Panda. change things up. I guess he wanted to go a little more electric than that Xiaoyu grab when it came to heat. But we are gonna hear the character select screen. Yeah, I definitely want to see other characters in the roster of Chikrin, but if he's gonna use that Clive, that's gonna be all good. Definitely put in the work with that Clive.
Let's see. Taking a swig of water. Make sure to stay hydrated, ladies and gentlemen.
That reminds me, I gotta take my
Go ahead. All right. So checking their button. Make sure. By the way, this is a PSA from Brown, man. Make sure you check your buttons, man.
PSA?
Like the amount of rounds some people lose from not checking their buttons, you gotta get in the muscle memory. Even if you've already done it and your opponent takes extra time, I'm just checking buttons anyway. Make sure you got that set. You do not want to lose a potential set and everything. Yeah, the other bracket runners and TOs in the crowd, they were agreeing. So make sure, guys, check your buttons. But here we go. That's all done. We are coming into the new fancy stage.
Phoenix Gate, ladies and gentlemen. This is hometown advantage for Clive. What's a Bumblebee Bear doing
He flew in. He just flew in.
Bears do be flying, and they also be ripping each other's neck, ripping necks here. So Chikrin now has to be very careful his approach. We've seen how Rangchu is able to just play with the bear jabs. And another grab!
He's 2 for 2 at the moment.
I fear this Pacers next game will end in a heartbreak. For who?
It's like a Bumblebee hive mind or something.
Ish. I mean, I think it distracts from the overall.
Who do you want to win this one? The tournament or the match? Or you talking about the Knicks Pacers game? You're going to have to be very specific.
Trying to finish it off. Gets the hip smash.
Very well done. That was a I think that was a very assertive first round. He was willing to do things that's like, oh, maybe most people wouldn't be willing to do it. I'm going to show you I am, and you're going to have to worry about it.
I like those. Mental damage, assert your dominance. But Chikrin retaliating in that round 2, though.
Busting out the whip. Chikrin really trying to take his game back.
Yeah.
Doing a good job so far.
Got 1+2 engage. Forward 3 gets punished here. Rangchu. Oh, wow. Gets the power crush.
It was amazing work. Activates heat. Wants to come in with something. Let's see what he's got.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with the bear jabs here. Can't redo in Phoenix shifts too much. Beach ball out of the way. Hunting bear.
He tried it again. And after, he also wasted the heat
what
time.
archetype is Clive? Is he rushed down?
Nice rising punish
No.
there, hitting with the hilt of
He's
Clive.
more of a neutral-based spacing kick. Because like he just has so much range and such giant hitboxes. He kind of wants to keep you out more than he wants to get in.
He has made Chikrin so scared to duck in these situations.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's the conditioning. Okay, Torgal making it a 2v1, but heat, bears and heat are so dangerous.
I mean, he's got mix-ups and shit like everybody else in this game, so it's, you know.
I know. Loaded.
Rangchu's movement being very scary at the moment. Goes underneath that down forward 1 attempt. Diving at him again with the hunting bear stance and the downward strike.
Wow, the interrupt just to keep him out of power crush. Excellent call-outs here by Rangchu.
2 rounds to 1, Rangchu in the lead.
Let's see how he's going to try to play around with these bear stances. Going to try to go for some Phoenix options here, but still no one home. Oh, the hop kick, the bear hop kick, let alone Rangchu's calling card of a launch.
Big, strong spin there. Gets the explosion, sits on him.
Okay. Yeah, we see Clive trying to run his gambit of just pokes, but Phoenix smash, able to get the iconic grab of Xiaoyu.
He knows what he's doing.
Like, no, left side, no, right side. He's like a guy trying to talk to a TO. You want your left or right side? No, I don't know.
I don't know. Rock, paper, scissors. I don't know.
Coin flip. Final seconds. Chikrin, though, trying to gain back the health.
All right, nice punish there. Chikrin's going to have to make some big moves. He's definitely capable. Just out of heat, teleports forward. He's swinging for the fences. Rangchu's back to the wall, but we've seen him in worse situations and make some crazy plays happen.
Watch out.
Got for Chikrin.
Watch out for the rage art here. 1+2, nothing there. Rangchu could just back away, and that is going to be it. A time up by Rangchu to get the first game. How do you open up a bear? How do you open him up?
Knife. I mean, he's got him.
And it's so good.
How many knives you got? Yes.
This 4-4 1+2 still plus hit counter move. Clive's?
So historically,
was it plus before? No, it was safe. I don't know.
Well in Rangchu's
Can't really remember, to be honest.
Since Tekken 8 in official tournaments, we've had a score of 5-3 in sets.
Wow.
Rangchu. The most recent one was at Evo Japan. It was 1-2.
1-2, interesting. I definitely want to. We'll revisit that as we look at the character select stream because Lily is coming out now. Again, bring out the big guns, not Clive. But
Aw, shit. Chicken breaking the Lily back out. We don't really get to see her from him too much these days. But this is the character that he put on the map by winning Evo Japan with her, even though we already knew that character was stupid. But finally, a real character. I know what you are.
Seeing a return to that. Let's see if we can rewrite those matches and bring forth a new age of Lily.
Yeah, new
You think as the patches shift away from offense and more in line with normal Tekken, you think the timer is going to become more and more important? It really depends on how they continue to change the game, because they've already done things that are kind of making the game longer.
I don't even know if he's used Lily this
like adding more health and stuff. And they want to shorten combos or like reduce damage and shit. And if they do that, it's going to take more hits to kill, which means that matches will be longer. So yeah, time management will be important. We've already seen multiple like timer scam matches, right? So throughout this tournament, I feel like timeouts are already more common than they were, and I think they'll get more common.
It's quite unfortunate. Now Chikrin trying to implore some grabs in his game.
Unless they find some sort of compromise. Oh shit!
Death from above, says Chikrin. He needs to close this out and finds the mid.
Amazing work there. That was a big clutch reactions and adjustments from what they were dealing with, unexpected situations. Now Chikrin trying to go with the flip down for 3+4 and catch Rangchu pressing in the distance, but so far has been blocking fast enough.
Yo, these side steps are being put on display, but Rangchu still contesting with the bear jabs as well as the power crush. Oh, unable to get the round off.
And he's trying to catch him on the approach. So Chikrin's trying to space out and trying to catch Rangchu with a counter hit in the distance, whereas Rangchu's lying in wait and trying to snuff that out on the way in.
True, so imploring these side steps. Rangchu, though, still playing very conservatively, slides in with a do glide, but let's see how else he can use Lily's tools to open him up.
These off-axis situations.
I never played Tekken before 8. Why is everyone freaking out in a bad way about Fakumram? Because when he got added to the game in Tekken 7, he was the most broken character in the game. He was extremely overpowered and very, very stupid. And even after they nerfed him, he was, you know, you didn't really see him that much after the nerfs, but he was still very annoying.
Will he be using that heat smash?
Down one, being there, waiting for Rangchu to make a move. Excellent walk, but nobody home that time. Beach wall.
He has aura, so it's okay. Does he?
Doing her best Brian impression.
Get the God kick, get the Jin God kick. Unable to get it. That's quite unfortunate. Lot of missed opportunities here, but Chikrin is still in the life lead, but not for long.
That combo unawareness, or maybe just forgetting that the baby legs of Bear.
Yeah.
Could have cost him.
Quite unfortunate, but you have to admit, Chikrin has been getting the right steps, the right reads. Rangchu, though, getting a big launch round start.
Sits on him and swipes, and again, Rangchu one round away from taking the second game.
Let's see how he's going to try to put the pieces together for him to get this round. Chikrin really needs this. Trying to attack the legs, go for mid, but it is an iron wall of defense on Rangchu's side.
It's best of two.
Anytime Chikrin's coming in, Rangchu is ready. This time engages himself, using that heat, wants to close this one out. Oh, it's back, it's back.
The grab. Watch out, we're gonna grab again. Follow it up, we're gonna do it again. And he's gonna follow up just to make sure he's able to get it. Yeah, crazy stuff. The Lily able to implore the side steps, but Rangchu's defense still held up. So congratulations to Rangchu moving on. Chikrin, what a beast with the Clive and the Lily. I want to see more of him. Hopefully we'll see more of him as the Tekken World Tour continues.
It takes the official count, I believe, for tournaments to 6-3.
6-3. Wow, that's incredible. The ever-writing story of Tekken 8, right? We're still writing the TWT story, and now the thank you, Brown Man, with the stats. Seems like we will be seeing more of the Bears, I guess.
Yes, we will.
I want to see those grabs. You know, the gasp when he's able to do that grab. Oh, no. Oh, no. Do you think the Lily pick, I mean, was a lot more comfy compared to the Clive pick?
No. I'm sure he's comfortable with the Lily, but was that, in my perspective looking on, was that the best option for him? I don't think so.
Out of all the games to make the joke characters top tier, why the game I play? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, when was the last time he used Lily against Bears? He might have had that prepared. Like, look, if I'm going to lose, and he might have been in the hotel practicing that. I don't know, but sometimes in a high pressure situation, even if you're you never forget how to ride a bike, right? So even if it's going back to a character that you've used for so long, in those situations, that time that your brain's buffering and remembering may be too long, and it may cost you the games.
Might cause you to be a bit gun shy, and I agree with you, especially with how high stakes this are as we look towards the bracket here. Rangchu moving on, facing Arslan Ash, which is a storied rivalry that has been going throughout, but this is our top 4, folks. We got winners finals, Ulsan versus Farzine, but big shout outs to Battle Arena Melbourne for giving us such an amazing tournament and having such a turnout with the top 8 here. So shout outs to all the players that made it to top 8, and shout outs to all the players.
For yourselves.
Oh, yeah, let's go. We got to save that noise for the grand final. So I got to save my voice.
This place, we call this the Melbourne Zoo.
Oh yeah,
people go crazy. You start hearing people yell out like monkey sounds and everything. It's crazy work. Shout out to the OG Melbourne Zoo. They just go crazy. We got high energy here. Australia especially, we are just straight hooligans out here.
And now we're gonna get ready for the winners finals here. It's Ulsan versus Farzine. Lars. Wait, he did face a Lars to get here, and now he's gonna have to face Ulsan's Lars.
Let's get it going. All right, we've got Farzine on the P1 and Ulsan on P2.
So I wonder if we're going to see any character switch ups, right? Because
all right, new prediction going up for Ulsan versus Farzine.
Out of Yoshi. And then and then Ulsan also is known for just like certain changes in characters. But right now the story is we have
Chicken had a bad day today.
Farzine on
I mean,
Victor, and
if my bad day is me getting 5th place at a super stacked major on the Tekken World Tour, I need more bad days to happen in my life.
Again, these guys, they have these secret pocket characters, specific situations, and it's a kind of breaking case of a movie.
The reason I bring this up is this has changed. It's going to be a race to 3 now, so there is time for like an experimental character to start out and see how things are going to go. But as of the story, as of what we noticed since yesterday and what we observed, it might be a Victor versus Lars.
Yeah, and these guys have faced before, not too much. No,
if Hercule was ever a top tier in the DBZ game, I think people would love it. Not me.
Oh yeah.
Or yeah, something along those lines. And the longest one was Drag versus Victor at EWC 2024. That was nobody was beating Ulsan that day, and that was evident.
I'll be right back.
Results across.
Oh yeah.
But then more recently, TWT finals. You mentioned the Yoshi. That was when Farzine whipped that out, and that was an 0-2 to Farzine.
Oh yeah, that was 0-2. Incredible stuff. So we'll see if there'll be some counter picking going on, and how well these players have evolved from those matches that they had against each other. Still high stakes situation. Lars versus Victor to start out the winners finals here between Ulsan and Farzine, and we're heading into space.
Let's get it going. All right, let's get it going. Here we got the I'm waiting for the explosion. I want to see who takes it first.
Still, I feel like there's other priorities if you're hurling towards Earth.
I mean, at this point, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? What are you going to land?
Hey, he landed that arc blast to start things out, and Lars, like you said, travel agency and also wall combo fiend.
All right, let's keep it there, but gets a side switch. Very much in Farzine's favor, gets a nice high splat. Goes for the upward strike with his sword sheath.
Delta Slicer engage here. We keep it going. Limited entry low. Let's see. Oh, wow. Goes for the heat smash to close it out. Quick and fast round by Ulsan.
Amazing work so far, but Farzine fighting back. Starts off with the sword flurry. He's trying to catch him coming in, but Ulsan, once again, amazing spacing, putting the pressure on with the down forward 1 strings as well.
Okay, plus frames. Let's see who's going to pop heat first. It is Ulsan, kind of leading in terms of life. He does have a bit of gray health to gain back. Back one swipe just to keep him at bay.
All right, upward strike again. More homing here from Ulsan, but Farzine firing off the shots.
Trying to go for the arc blast, gets punished. Wall advantage, forcing Farzine to go for this heat, as well as Ulsan. Oh, tries to go for the flash.
Gets the wall splat. This should be good for him, and the shoulder to end the second round. 2 rounds very quickly.
Yeah, Ulsan looking like the Ulsan of old when he was a Dragunov here, just constantly running through the first 2 rounds here. Farzine's got to slow things down, put a little fear in the offense, and make Ulsan kind of second guess his offensive wheelhouse here.
Excellent break. He knows he's trying to get that explosion. Activates that heat with that engager. Slams him down. Goes for the little shield.
Let's see him try.
My fault, I'm back. Damn, I missed 2 rounds already?
Explosion, but who's gonna
Fuck.
take it first?
Ulsan is cooking.
But like I said before, catch him out of the air. This could be a good opportunity to Farzin to yoink back the momentum from Ulsan.
Okay, FF2, and we go for the ground slice here for him to be able to spend that floor explosion. Farzin now holding on to this heat. Ulsan, what's going to be the Hail Mary play? He's just going to fight his way out.
Ulsan
of
been
this
cooking.
corner.
I see that. Must have been 2 quick rounds. Is Pocket dead to you? Damn, bro. Like, damn. Like, yo. I didn't upload a pack opening video of myself playing this the new pack day 1, and I done got a million niggas like, yo, did you quit Pokemon Pocket? Yo, bro, like, is Pokemon Pocket dead? Yo, bro, did you drop Pocket? Like, fuck.
This is a player that
my fault.
Not gotten the Farzin flash, and he just
that has nothing to do with Pokemon Pocket and everything to do with my mental.
What's it now?
I'm still playing the game. I want to do more pack openings and more rank matches and shit.
Just like staying hydrated in the chat and in the venue. So, Evil Arena.
I heard you're also beef with Dotto. Yeah, fuck that nigga.
Explosion.
He know what he did.
Victor got that locked and loaded.
Explosion or the wall explosion?
Yes.
Exactly. Maybe 3.
All right, let's get it going. Game 2. Farzin needs to make some things happen. This is the
I think I have to make a pack opening video tomorrow. That's what I'm learning right now. It's you new. Does Lotus still play DBFZ? I was getting.
I like how he's doing. He's not just pulling out
that shit was crazy because like I still played that game every day, but if I ever played anything that wasn't Dragon Ball, I had a million niggas come through asking me if I still play Dragon Ball.
Excellent walk. He's going to take this one to an explosion wall, perhaps. See if he uses it. Spikes him down, saves it. Wants to get it.
Everyone be having the most random beats with Dotto because Dotto be on that bullshit.
Capitalizing on this big Farzin round, if he can close things out. We going coast to coast here, folks. Ulsan now has to fight for his life.
How true is it that we're getting a new patch on the 3rd? We are getting a new patch very soon. I don't remember if it's on the 3rd, but in like a week or 2, yeah, we will be getting a new patch.
Now, Farzin stopped that mix there, didn't want to risk too much.
I don't remember the release date.
Coming from the distance, homing with range.
Uh-oh, tried to go over down back 2, but he's going for the range.
Get scammed.
So little health. Ulsan turning things around.
Slides out like a... See, the heroes don't look at the explosion, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I would look at it immediately.
Get blinded immediately.
Damn, what happened to Miles Turner? That nigga knee bleeding and shit.
Here, but these are no ordinary human beings, folks. These
but Cat is the one with the free throw line. What the fuck did I miss?
Low by Ulsan.
Down forward, 1 into walks here from Farzin, but Ulsan got a hold of that and hit him with that launcher.
Yeah, the arc blast seems to be on point here for Ulsan. Luckily for Farzin, it's not an explodable wall, but that is Lars' wall combo in a nutshell, folks.
That's his limited entry there after the low string. Now uses up that heat on the 1-1 string, but gets a side switch. This could be Farzin's opportunities. It's a nice combo.
Super important for him. Actually, he's gaining back the health, and he's also holding on to that heat, which is super important. But we do have Farzin now forced to defend. Nice duck to the launch.
Should be taking this one. There we go. Wants to close out the rounds with 8 seconds left. As that heat goes for the dash and closes it out with the bullet.
With some style as well. So has Farzin stopped the bleeding from continuing on? Ulsan still a dangerous threat no matter.
I hear pack and not patch. I thought another Pocket was dropping another pack. Nah, they already going too fast for some people's liking. It was to drop some shit a week after a set come out.
Whoa! Has been impeccable. His whiff punishes has been amazing, but right now
Farzin turning up though.
Absolutely getting combo to oblivion and uses up that heat. Take it coast to coast.
Damn, Miles Turner got 4 fouls.
I think
it's bad news for the Pacers because they have no depth at the big position. Because Thomas Bryant and fucking
especially here in the underground arena, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say Thomas Bryant is fucking ass, but he just got a nice block. I still think he's buns. But Thomas Bryant and fucking
so he goes for the activation. Oh, but able to get that.
What's the other nigga they got on their squad? The other center. Tony Bradley is buns.
But from both these characters, they have a lot of moves on block into plus frames and stance mix. And
actually, I think Tony Bradley got hurt last game.
Cancel the stance and see what kind of mental frames they can.
So they don't even got him.
Trying to bait out reactions. We're watching Tekken at the highest level here, trying to go for the back 2 just to try and see if he'll contest. But we do see Ulsan trying to get his back away from this wall. Farzin wants to keep him here, though.
Wants to use that Farzin flash. It just has not been successful. As I say, tries it again. And nice punish on the down forward 1-3. Trying to build up that momentum. But Ulsan on the back foot right now.
Whoa, oh, shit.
Explosion. death from above, and
very nice. Incredible composure from Farzine. Stayed very poised.
Stay alive in this tournament and tie things up.
I think Victor is lamer than Lars.
Very, very back.
I think Victor is a cooler character that was played by like a lot of people who made Tekken unfun to play against. I think he
still winners finals. We have a race to 3.
Victor is a character that probably would have been cooler if he was introduced in a game that's not Tekken 8. I blame Tekken 8 more for him being the way that he is than I blame him as a character. You know what I mean? Like Lars was always whack as fuck. Victor is the way that he is because he's a new character for Tekken 8. You know what I mean?
So this is going to be a bit harder. As mentioned, though, travel agents in the making. They can probably take it over there in one round.
Oh yeah. I do not want to hire them as travel agents. It will hurt.
I mean, they get you there one way or the other. That's if that's the budget flight.
Fair point. But now it seems like Ulsan in the life deficit, trying to deal with the offense. Nice jab contest, but Farzine still swinging for the fences here.
Trying to go for that running 2. Now Ulsan trying to space him out and kind of
wow.
tempt him in with these. Hey, look at this whiff jab. Hey, look at this whiff down forward 1. Farzine not hungry though.
Able to get that mid launch or getting that crumple state. Farzine is cashed in.
Nigga got the wall on Yakushima.
Hey, we never see the walls and we're able to see it then and there, folks.
Amazing work from both players there. That was a tough one, but Farzine was able to sneak it out there at the end.
Okay, good punish to start things out for Farzine. And now jab contest once again. Ulsan unable to kind of open him up since the first game. I mean.
He drops with that down forward 1, back 1 on hit. Now the mix begins. Goes for that uppercut.
And for the 1+2 series, back 1 just to stop him from moving. Okay.
1-2 building up that offense. Goes to the limited entry low. Down forward 1 checking once again. Activating that heat.
I like once he went for that limited entry. Oh, wow. Goes and breaks the glass with a heat smash. Just.
Lars Slander is crazy. Sorry, I hate that character.
I can check jump scare warnings like that. That's when Ulsan's playing.
Down forward 1 on the approach, looking for that homing once again with the back 1.
It simply is what it is.
Spacing out a little bit, the tempo is kind of calmed down a bit, but this is the tense before the release. As I say that, Ulsan gets a heavy launch. Let's see where he's going. Slides down on him.
Okay, we switch sides. Back 1 just to keep him at bay. Trying to get those counter hits going, but we do see the Arc Blast win in that exchange.
Gets that strong aerial tailspin there. Spikes him down. This is a good situation. He goes for the heat.
The motherfucker was only cool in Ultimate Storm 2. I don't think he was cool in there either. He was actually probably my least favorite character in that game. I thought he played like really clunky and slow and weird. Also, I didn't like his design. Also, the nigga had a fucking like gun, like a machine gun or some shit. It was so lame. It was so fucking lame.
Just nearly trying to get the lead here.
Trying to sidestep left here just to avoid the offense. Rising option, no one home here. Get some blocks going. Now he's trying to move and juke and jive to the right. No flash for you, says Ulsan. Another.
Picks him up, taking it down. Gets a tailspin, strong aerial spin there. Another one.
All from one place, Arc Blast, and now...
One more hit's all he needs. Jabbing against
Oos. Hold up, that could be the start of the comeback.
It's going to be a momentous moment for him.
Running 2 finds his mark. Break on the throw.
Now we see the
whiff throw, no punish. Big whiff. Gets launched. He's got heat and rage. That could be the round. Oh my god, the pixel. We're gonna have to do something. There's no time. You gotta take a risk. You gotta take a risk. There's no time, Ulsan. There's no time.
And it is gonna be Farzine to take it to final round.
Amazing. That was so clutch. See, these guys are at the edge of their seats.
I know, but look, I mean, I was looking at the stage. They are still unfazed. Ulsan still game face on. See, as he tries to dissect the defense of Farzine.
Another timeout round, by the way. I'm telling you, those timeout rounds are becoming more and more common. And I expect them to become even more common with future patches, unless they do something to directly compensate.
Now Farzine.
Stage mode Naruto was so fun in Storm 2. Nah, facts. I love Stage Naruto in Storm 2.
Properly here before Ulsan's able to go for that heat smash.
Checking with that homing, doesn't want him to go anywhere. Uses that dive kick and goes to the mid option after stance from this silent entry.
Switch sides. Oh, goes for the mid slash, and he's
the counter hit.
Finishing touches here.
That should be the game.
Like he's in big trouble. Still has the heat bound to work with.
And it's the rage art. It is first to 3 though, so it's not over.
Uh-huh. Oh, stay hydrated, folks. That's what Farzine is saying. Just the constant back and forth. It is now 2-1.
I also prefer when substitution was a skill check in the swim series rather than a meter. I mean, it still is a skill check to some degree because you still have to like place them well. But I get what you mean when it was a timing thing, and it wasn't just like you have 4, use them whenever. You know what I mean?
Victor's side as well.
All right, let's see. This is potentially one game away from Farzine moving forward to the grand final.
Is it crazy to say I like Sage Mode Naruto way more than Chakra Mode Naruto? No, I agree with you.
Genmaji Temple is the next from practically no.
All right, Ulsan sticking with the Lars as well.
Let's see who's going to get the wall advantage here. Farzine starting things off real hectic here, but Ulsan unfortunately unable to capitalize on that, but adding a bit of damage on the board.
Excellent work on the come-in, got the back one. Now going through stance cycles here to try and catch Farzine, but excellent defense and punish from him there after that kick.
So trying to go for the Farzine flash. Unfortunately, no one there, but back one swipe. Trying to continue on with the offense here, but Farzine has to try and realign himself outside that wall.
Ooh, jab through that heat activation. Got it now.
Sage is 6 past Naruto as the next guest Tekken 8 character. Who says no? I do.
Farzine's still working with a low heat smash. Can he get it though?
Who do I think is winning this? The set or the tournament?
Has to block the explosion.
Nice whiff punish on the down back 2-1 attempt. Running one and the low.
So now Ulsan taking that first round. It's still a constant back and forth here, folks.
Alright, goes for the double upward strike. And again, these knives are coming out to play and absolutely demolishing Ulsan's
I think it's more of a mental thing, barring some situations and characters at time has never been an issue in Tekken.
Trying to go for the
running no,
but Ulsan fighting back here with some
like this Tekken is very different from previous Tekkens, and they've also made changes that are directly influencing the outcome of the matches when it comes to timers.
Excellent power crush. Goes under. Runs up for the hardest read of today.
Halliburton to Nemhard for 3. Bang! Pacers up 12 in the third.
Now Ulsan continues on, and we see Farzine not so looking good in terms of health. Gets the heat smash, but both of them have rage.
What a low parry. Straight into the rage art.
Immediate rage art and take, you can't see
both. I think Ulsan will win this set. And I predicted. Okay, for a second I thought that wasn't gonna kill. I predicted Ulsan and Arslan in the grand finals. I want to say Ulsan takes the tournament, man. I have said multiple times I think Ulsan is actually the best player in Tekken 8.
High hit whiff, and he got a kick on the wake up.
Okay, goes for the low shoe shine here.
Which doesn't mean that he wins everything, but he does win a lot. So, and him being winner side right now, I know he's down a game to Farzine, but it looks like he's about to tie that up here in just a moment.
Got scammed out of his heat smash.
Did. Tried to
though with a health deficit and the
Farzine
smash.
Might have spoke too soon. Might have gave him the old commentator's curse.
Heat smash, but now limited entry gets jabbed out of it. Final second.
One more poke. Nah, there we go. No round brown. Ulsan ties things up. 2 games apiece. Lars in winners finals. Hey man, it is what it is.
Both these guys need to take a breather. See.
Yo, Wolf Tech, welcome to the stream, man. Glad to have you here.
In a response in the final game.
I think, like you called out,
I'm watching Thomas Bryant hoop, thinking, where was this when he was on y'all squad? Now, Thomas Bryant was actually really good for us. So good, in fact, that he thought he could be even better. He thought he deserved like more playing time. He didn't realize that he was playing alongside LeBron James, and he was looking a lot better than he actually is. He was putting up like Shaq numbers for a stretch there, and then you know, he's actually been mostly bad since he's been on the Pacers, but he's having a good game tonight.
Oh, unfortunate back turn there for Ulsan to get out of jail.
Yeah, matter of fact, remember he's calling for the ball in that game against OKC where LeBron broke the scoring record.
Now just trying to keep things safe with
like Braun has the ball and is about to take the shot to break the scoring record, and Thomas Bryant is in the post, like calling for the ball, like, hey, let me get that. Like, boy, if you don't.
Needed to continue his lead or take his lead back in the set. Here we go, round on the board in game 5.
What a comeback by Ulsan. That really looked like Farzine's round to win, but Ulsan just has that Uno reverse card.
Running through, got it. I think that's the first one that's hit. Another one, the second one. Go to the 3-beat.
We about to get the worst Bears versus Lars finals. If we get Ulsan versus Rongchu, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be a little disappointed, just a little bit, because it's like, why that matchup? But you know, Good Tekken is
set
good
point
Tekken,
here
so.
for Ulsan. This is going to be a big comeback if he can close this one out here. But Fazi fighting back, absolutely aggressive at the moment, trying to stop Ulsan from getting his game down. For the last few, he's just had the pressure, had the reads, and it's all been working out. He needs to make something happen.
Knives out indeed. We do see the Farzine now trying to go more aggressive here, forcing Ulsan's on the defense. Trying to go for the 1+2 series. Oh, but able to get the punish, the mid slice.
Got the reads of his own. He was willing to tank that mid if he needed to, but wanted to get that punish.
Hey, we do see Farzine still staying alive here, but Ulsan, it just takes that one good read. 1-2 to start things out. Checking with the mids.
I would argue it's better to see a Power Ranger versus Wildlife than two Dragunovs.
Again, but Ulsan out of the way, gets that arc blast.
I really think I'd rather see two Dragunovs than Lars versus Kuma. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, we do see that the heat burst just to steal.
And I don't like Dragunov, but I think I'd rather see the Dragunov mirror than... I mean, don't get me wrong, that's also fucking boring, but like, I don't know, watching Atif versus Ulsan was kind of hype when they were both playing Dragunov, just because they were both so good. Anyway, final round. Hold up, let's get it. Lock in, Ulsan.
In this winners finals, we are sweating bullets here.
Speaking of bullets, let's hope for Ulsan's sake bullets won't be flying on Farzine's behalf. Back one, tries to keep him tracking. No counter hit though, and we get some plus frames. Crowd is intense as we watch this winners finals play out.
Farzine getting kind of mixy-wixy with it.
But he's not confused about that. Back four, gets that knee into the extension, activating heat, trying to take some momentum in his favor. Gets the
nice sidewalk, big punish.
Turning the tables.
Still has heat as well, pops the burst. Both players just outside of rage. Ankles. Oh my god.
Resets the neutral, goes low. Farzine moves on, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, we will not be getting an Ulsan versus Arslan Grand Finals after all. Yo, Farzine's been hooping his ass off.
That was crazy. That last interaction was very unexpected. But that was an amazing closer to an amazing
Thomas Bryant just missed a lob while he was being guarded by Jalen Brunson, I believe is what I just saw.
What a call out by the Explosion. That was actually one of the first back fours that we saw on Ulsan's side. Nobi was using it a lot, but he was able to bring it out towards the tail end there.
This also means that we won't have to see Lars versus Panda in the grand finals either.
Offense in his arsenal for him to be able to make that comeback happen.
Farzine versus Arslan, we'll see.
Back and forth series, Brown Man.
Now, if you guys want to see these matches again, catch up with the updates, see where these guys rank in the world, and see how you can get involved at home and coming out to offline.
All right, next match is going to be Arslan Ash versus Rangchu.
And follow the socials and make sure you're staying up to date. Where can we find all the socials?
You got to go at X at Tekken, at BN Esports, and at BN Esports
Diction
for the
is
VOD.
up.
Such an intense back and forth. That's where you guys are headed.
Think Ulsan can get the run back? Yeah, he definitely can, but he's going to have some stiff competition to get through.
Towards that grand final spot.
Going to have to play the winner of Rangchu and Arslan, and they are both killers.
So that was top four. So Farzine's over there. Now we got to wait and see how Rangchu and Arslan Ash is going to play out. And who the winner of that is going to face Ulsan.
That's going to be crazy, but we'll be coming back with that soon. Please go take a break, stay hydrated, just like the plays, and we'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Get ready for the next battle. Tekken 8. New challenger. ข้าจะสังหารเป้าหมายเพื่อความอยู่รอดของลูกเมีย
Straightly giving me PTSD. I got PTSD. So I'm playing Pokemon X and I'm in Lumio City. And conceptually, I think it's kind of cool. But like in reality, I think it's kind of annoying how it's designed. Like I don't really like the angles at which like you're moving around and like how the city's designed and shit. It's kind of like confusing and like disorienting, I feel like. And it kind of makes it hard to make sure that you've like checked everywhere and spoke to everybody. Pokemon Black had a very similar thing. There was one of the cities where it was like, it was really cool, kinda, but like at the same time, it was also kind of annoying to navigate. How the 3DS game's been going. Nimbasa City, I think that's the one. I really like the music there though. What's the team looking like? All right, give me one moment. So right now we got Pikachu, Pyroar, Greninja, and I have a Lucario, but my Lucario is not the Lucario that they gave you. It's one that I caught on my own as a Riolu that I trained up, and then I found out that the game gives you a Lucario because I got to that point in the game, and I was like, well, ain't that some shit? I was mad too because like I wasn't even going to put Lucario on the team because I was like, this nigga look like Lucario's such like a over, you know, like everybody always picks fucking Lucario, you know what I'm saying? He's such a cool, like typical, like I'm gonna put him on the team because he's so fucking, you know what I mean? And I was like, fuck it, who cares, well, whatever, I'll do it. I was like, it's my playthrough, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I was like, fuck, Lucario's that nigga, bro. I'm gonna put him on the team. Then I find out that the game gives you one for free, and I'm like, oh, so now I'm really a basic bitch because like the game just gives you one, which I still kept mine and put the one that they give you in the PC, but I'm like, man, ain't that some bullshit? Yeah, I also have a Pidgeotto on my team, but that's really just there for fly. And then I have the Lapras that they give you that I was using for Surf. So these top four are the only ones that are like solidified. The last two like are not sold yet. But I'm gonna turn my Eevee into a Leafeon, but I have it in the PC right now because I didn't want to over level it too much before it evolves, so that way I can still learn all the moves I want. Never used Lucario. Like, but he's so cool. If you ever get into the Alola games, just play the Ultra version, the original 984. Well, I got them both. I got the originals and Ultra. My Pokemon collection kind of nice, I'm not gonna lie. Shit kind of fire. I have at least one version of every generation now, and multiples of a lot of them. What Gen 1 star did you take? Bulbasaur, but I'm not gonna actually use it because I want a Leafeon on my team. Also, they talk about Unova a lot in this game. I feel like in other generations of Pokemon, it's not as common for like the older like regions to get referenced quite as much as they do it in this game. I feel like when I'm talking to the NPCs, they talk about Unova a lot. I have no issue with that, just an observation. Where'd you get your Pokemon X copy? eBay. Oh my god, Brunson smoked that shit. Pacers are doing that thing, man. Pacers are doing that thing, man. 9-0 run right now. And that's what Halle on the bench. Up 16 is not looking good for them boys in blue. Josh Hart 3? Hell nah. Oh, that was a bad miss. Nemhart, you were supposed to pull that. Damn, they triple team Siakam? Damn, they doubling that nigga still? TJ McConnell, what a pass. Ben Shepherd? Doink. What you think about Pokemon Emerald? I don't really like Gen 3 that much.
Melbourne, where the best of the best are going at it here at our top 8. Part Spice and Brown Man on the mic. Brown Man, how's your voice doing?
Chilling.
I thought you were gonna be like
regular, because I know as we get deeper and deeper, we're at the tail end of the moment. We're gonna start losing it. If I haven't lost my voice by the end of this one, I think something's going on.
I'm pretty sure we gotta save that for the grand finals. But right now, we're gonna check out where.
Now that you got the games that introduce Megas, if you had a wish list of Megas for Zod, what would they be? So I don't fully know like what the rules and limitations of Megas are or anything like that, or like what Pokemon already have them. So I would just want my favorites to have them, but I don't even know what Pokemon already have them.
Thank you everyone involved, all the people who've come.
Like, give all the evolutions a Mega.
Happen without you. As with everything,
let me get a Mega Typhlosion.
Game, a community event. It takes.
Is there a Mega Raichu? Mega Raichu would be cool.
A community.
I get what you mean. But yes, each and every one of you guys, bracket runners, attendees, someone that just showed up and bought something at the Artist Alley, y'all mean something here. It takes a...
Support your locals.
Support your locals. I was going to try to reinvent what you just said. But yes, at the end of the day, support your locals, support your favorite players.
Can legendaries have Megas? Let me get Mega Suicune, Entei, and Raikou. That shit would be lit.
Play the game as well.
That's a big one. Play the game.
100%. So, seems like we will be.
How would you Mega Raichu? I don't know. How do you Mega any Pokemon?
Kuma. We saw Arzash kind of hover over towards that Leroy. He did kind of tease the idea of using the Leroy in previous posts, but still rocking that Nina towards this.
You're one of my favorite people to watch, but we have such differing opinions. It's funny. Man, that goes into a conversation I almost started yesterday. But I think you're not alone on that. In fact, I think that's very common in my chat. A lot of people that fuck with me have very different opinions from what I have. My God, what a block from Thomas Bryant.
Towards Arzash, but Raichu has been on a tear as of late with this bear.
Mega Latios and Latios, Mega Rayquaza, Mewtwo has 2 Megas.
Alright, gets him up there, spikes him down, has that heat at his disposal, flips on him, and the call out on the mid launcher.
Damn.
7 golden letters. What a statement here from Raichu at the start of this first to 3.
Good start, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Arzash usually just downloading the data, but keep that Baron hunting stance too long, you get bit.
His ratio today on that is so high.
Yeah, it's incredible how he's able to catch these high players. I mean, incentivizing you to duck, but now Arzash finding some offense.
Oh, I like Lars. You think he's the corniest thing ever. It just be like that.
And runs at him with the bomb.
Nice,
like I said yesterday, it's a conversation for another day. But
for the mid, Heat Engage, Raichu now about to go for the Heat Smash, but no, it is Arzash that goes for it first. Tie it up.
Okay, well, that's a quick back and forth at the moment.
Oh yeah, 100%. So now Hunting Bear stands able to crush that eye, but Raichu trying to interrupt with some bear shenanigans here.
All right, diving in, get a lot of shimmy. That's a lot of a lot of movement down there. What are you looking for?
He's trying to hunt.
Damn, that shot didn't count. Yo, New York can't catch a break right now.
All right, runs at him. Oh, okay, tried to follow up with an option, but the spring kick saved Arslan there. And an excellent combo. It's going to be heavy.
Loving the interruptions on Arzanash's side, just stopping Raichu as he tries to get his offense going. It's usually Raichu that is kind of jabbing, 2-1ing his way towards the offense. Electric now coming in hot.
All right, go for the double swipe into the mid. Third time's a charm.
Hey.
At him. Hunting Bear stance. Follow up. And another one.
Head.
More hit again.
Able to get that third round. Raichu looking real strong when the bullets start flying, figuratively.
Oh my God, Halliburton.
The scramble situations.
Oh wait, that was Obi topping that shot. Oh fuck. I looked away for a second. Halliburton had the ball when I looked away, and when I looked back, I just saw a 3 going. That shit was Obi topping.
Okay. Oh wow. Yeah, from the down forward 1 strings to the stiletto heel, but it was the launch that did get things for Raichu to get things going.
Again, Raichu is really forcing Arslan to confront this situation where he is in hunting bear stance at range 0 and then moves back, shimmies a bit, and just closes that gap.
Ooh, unable to maximize that heat smash, but he's still on the offense here, and he was able to break out the timer, and now another DF1.
Yeah, I'll get Legend ZA whenever it comes out.
To
for
close
sure.
out this round, to take us to the final round.
Anyway, to go back to what I was going to say earlier,
Anybody's game, and this I think may set the tone for the rest
I
of the
very,
second half.
very
There's a lot of
frequently
comebacks, but again,
feel like I
Crunch
don't
really going
relate
back
to the
that
vast
100
majority of
best
people
so
who
much
share the
best.
same interests as me.
So now Bear X gets blocked.
And this is a conversation we've kind of touched on before, but
try to find an opening, but it was Arzenash to get the heat engaged. Nice escape on the side of rank.